Hello and good evening. Tonight we have a new artist, at least new to me. Never heard of this guy. Rod Wave, Tombstone official video, Eminem Brawls. Eminem Brawls has been asking me for this. Okay, man, I gotcha. I told you I would get to it sooner or later, but here we are. So I wanted to jump into this, give it a listen. He says it's definitely a song that's a bit of a tearjerker. So another thing I noticed was 92 million views on this video. Wow. Think of that. That's twice as much of what we used to say about Elvis. 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong. But here we got 92 million views. So, okay. All right. I gotcha. So let's dive. Let's take a deep dive and give this one a shot. Here we go.
Damn, this motherfucker too crazy, saucy.
What do you know? An uncensored video. To boot.
Hey, that shit ride 88.
I don't know what's after it or what's,
At the gate, gentle guitar with rap. That's an interesting mix. I like it.
I don't know what's after it or what's, I keep my gun in my drawers, ducking the sad news. My phone say 7 missed calls, I know it's bad news. This life had left me so scarred, I'm knowing that's true. Remember time got so hard, I got it tattooed. I ain't did no shows, but made some bread. I gotta keep the family fed. Look, just talk to Pops about the feds. I ain't gon' lie, he had me scared. I feel him coming, nigga. I'll keep on running, nigga. If we go down bad, keep it 100, nigga. My girl all in my ear screaming, spend some time. I promise I'll be here when I can get some time. Right now, I gotta get what's mine. I'll be thugging to the end of time. And fuck the
Wow. Well, I mean, until you walk in another person's shoes and know what they've grown up with and know what they've experienced, it's hard to cast judgment, on someone that, you can't relate with, right? I told a bit of my story about my mom and dad on a rose with Eminem, and cool story if you haven't seen it. It's kind of a fun little story, but I left some stuff out, remembering how my dad would, in a drunken rage, grab my mom by the hair and the curlers and throw her onto the couch, and then she'd be holding scissors to try and defend herself, and me standing as a little kid between the two of them trying to calm them down, and I'm probably gonna let my, barely my dad's knees, trying to keep them apart and not hurting each other and that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, we all have our stories we can tell, but it's like, it's really simple to point those fingers, at people when we really don't understand what's going on. So, interesting so far.
I'll be thugging to the end of time. And fuck these niggas cause they lame, since they love saying my name. Make sure you write the truest in the motherfucking game on my tombstone and bury me. By the river they will carry me. Finally I'll be resting in peace. Finally I'll get to fly away somewhere someday. Fuck these niggas cause they lame, since they love saying my name. Make sure you write the truest in the game on my
Oh my gosh. Wow, I was just saying it, wasn't I? A mother, a girlfriend, whoever, even a husband, a boyfriend, can be victims of spousal abuse, any kind of abuse. Wow. My dad, abused my mom physically, emotionally, all of that. And she got out. She got out and got to my grandmother's house, and I lived with my grandmother, my mom, and my sister from the time I was 9 until I moved out. And sometimes it breaks my heart to think of a woman or a man that feels like they're trapped in a relationship like this that's so abusive. There's a way out. You got to find a way to take care of yourself and get out of this kind of scenario, this kind of situation. Wow.
Since they love saying my name, make sure you write the truest in the game on my tombstone. It ain't burying me. By the river they were carrying me. Finally I'll be resting in peace. Finally. Finally, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's after this. Finally, everybody think they do it, but fuck it, man. I sleep when I'm doing it. This shit come with a lot of pressure. I'm a young nigga. Believe that, man. I'm hustling.
Wow. Now I understand why the police probably shot, is they were probably calling him to stop and he couldn't hear it. And then the police officer shot. I don't want to get too political on this channel. I don't want to talk about police brutality or, you know, people not complying with the police and kind of asking for trouble and that kind of stuff. But, wow. I mean, even the one police officer looks at his partner like, really? Dude, really? You shot? Really? It's messed up. I will say one thing. Police officer pulls you over, you comply. Easy for me to say, right? Because I wasn't raised in certain areas where there's that conflict and the tensions between race and police and upbringing and location and all of the bad cards that people have been dealt in their upbringing. That's so heartbreaking to know that these people that have to deal with this kind of brutality, again, it's like, how can I cast a judgment? It's easy for me to say, just comply with the police. Just do what you're told. Yeah, there are some times where that does happen, irregardless of race, any race scenario. I've seen some pretty brutal videos of one guy, cop was pulling over, and the cop pulled his gun, and the guy got in his car, pulled out a rifle, and it turned out to be a shootout. The cop was shot, and it was a very, very gross, very, very awful video to watch. But it happens, any race, any scenario. But something like this, you know, you see the kid walk and he can't hear the cops telling him to stop, and then he gets shot. It's criminal. It's just criminal. Again, I know I'm probably treading on some very touchy subjects that I probably have no right to even talk about. Because I don't know, you know. I could be shot by a police tomorrow if I'm not doing the right thing. I get it, you know. So, but something like this where the cop just flat out, unprovoked, just shoots the kid. No. Sorry. No.
I'm a young
cute kid too, man. It's adorable.
that, man. I'm hustling.
Love you.
Finally.
And you know, she's probably his sunshine, his sunset, her sunset, his everything. The kid that's trying to step in between the abusive father / boyfriend and the mom. And the mom, clearly so sensitive, when she walked up to the boyfriend that was just laying on the couch, or the husband, and you could see how timid she was. Boy, if you're on that walking on eggshell relationship with somebody, you know, why live your life and perpetuate that? You're you're worth so much more than that, than to have to deal with a relationship like that. And I think my mom did the right thing when she left my dad. He was a jerk to her, while they still had that redemptive quality between the two of them in the later years and stuff. And I love him, and even though he's gone, it's like, it's not worth it. It's not worth muscling through, because you could get hurt, or worse, you can get killed. And so there are people, churches, abuse shelters that are there to help pick you up and help get you some safety. I really hope that happens for you guys. Again, I don't mean to be such a soapboxer today, man. Gotta just zip it.
Finally, Tombstone, when they bury me by the river, they carry me. I'll be resting in peace. Finally,
Oh, wow. Does this video, chock full of landmines, of content that is very, very controversial, but what a cute kid, and imagine the lives that are shaken and broken because of a quick, irresponsible move on a police officer's part. That person, whoever it was, the kid never showed any signs of aggression or nothing, and then boom, it's over. It's sad that one stupid cop, one guy like this, and we've seen things in the news lately of this kind of thing, gives a bad tone for all other good cops. I mean, there's good cops out there, but there's bad cops, and it's like we got to weed the bad cops out. That's all there is to it. These guys that that are trigger happy, they shouldn't be behind a badge at all. Got to be able to defend yourself. Don't get me wrong, but in a situation like this is this is almost the teed up ball for you to just strike out and just hit really hard, and just have to deal with a lot of controversial content here, right? So, but wow, what a touching story. I could relate to a lot of it. The abuse. I can't believe I was talking about how I'd stand between my parents like that, and here he does the same thing. So it's a scary place to be, and for him to be deaf and then lose his life. Please let me know, is this based on a true story? Did this happen? Is this a real situation? If you don't mind letting me know, that'd be great. But anyways, thank you very much for the recommendation. I need some lighter stuff, man. I need some laughter in my life. Anyways, thanks again, guys. Blessings to each one of you. We'll see you next time. Take care.